Hello everybody, my name is Nikki and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually my second video on my YouTube channel. I make and will be making both serious and fun queer community related content. So if you would like to see more of that, hit the subscribe button and leave me a like to let me know. So today I'm going to introduce you to several expressions and idioms in Chinese that Asian Chinese use to address same-sex relationships. Why, you may ask? First of all, it's just super interesting for me personally to look at the intersection of Asian Chinese culture and LGBTQ community. And second, it's obvious and easy to imagine you cannot find the Song Dynasty poet sitting there and writing something like, "Oh, I'm a gay," or something like that, because obviously those words weren't coined yet, and even they existed, they didn't have the same meaning. And leave alone the fact that most Asian Chinese didn't speak English. The first phrase I'm gonna introduce you to is called The Passion of Cutting Sleeve, 断袖之癖. The story happened during Han Dynasty. And I actually need to mention something about Han Dynasty here, because Han Dynasty in Chinese history is really famous for its emperors to have same-sex lovers. Up to 10 emperors are documented to have same-sex lovers. So it's a similar setting in this story. So the Emperor Ai of Han Dynasty actually had a male lover whose name is Dong Xian. And one afternoon, Dong Xian fell asleep on the emperor's sleeve. Instead of waking him up, the emperor just quietly cut off the fabric of the sleeve and let him rest. Isn't just so sweet? I think so. And this act became legendary, and the phrase "the passion of cutting sleeve" gradually became a discreet way people refer to male and male love. And the second phrase I am going to introduce is called 龙阳之好 or 龙阳之心, the love for Long Yang. Long Yang is actually a man's name, and this story happened way earlier in the Warring States. Among all those warring states, there's a kingdom called Wei, and the king of Wei had a male lover named Long Yang. One day they went fishing together, and as Long Yang got bigger and bigger fish, he gradually expressed his anxiety. And that's kind of weird. So the king, worried about his lover, asked him why. And Long Yang's answer actually shows how he's like relating the situation of the ship to himself. It was something like, as I can get bigger and bigger fish, and you, my lover, as the king of the kingdom, you can get more and more gorgeous men to fall in love with. So, from a perspective of someone who's born in the modern ages, I will describe Long Yang's behavior as kind of petty, cunning, jealousy, or whatever you name it. But it's kind of cute because it shows how love always stays the same no matter how the history goes, how many time has been passed from the warring states. And this story actually had a good ending. To reassure his lover, the king of Wei passed a royal edict saying that anyone mentions gorgeous men in the state will be executed. Yeah, so that's it. A really sweet story. And as someone who has read a lot of Asian Chinese literature and also modern Chinese literature, I would say this phrase is used the most. It's really popular to be used to refer to male and male love. The third phrase I'm going to talk about is called 风讨之爱, the love of a shared peach. And among all the phrases I talked about today, this one has the earliest origin. We can trace it back to the spring and autumn period, which is right before the Warring States period. This happened in a kingdom called Wei. I know, don't mess up with this. There are different kingdoms of Wei. Although they have the exact same pronunciation, they are actually different characters when I write them in Chinese, which is really interesting. So the king of Wei had a male lover called Mi Zixia, and Mi Zixia took a bite of a peach and gave the rest to the king. The king was touched, pleased, moved, and he praised Mi Zixia for doing that. Oh, he's so sweet. But after several years, when Mi Zixia fell out of favor, King of Wei actually accused him for giving the emperor the leftover peach, and that became a crime for him, which is really tragic. I think this story is interesting because when you compare the attitudes towards the same event, it's just obvious how quickly love can sour under politics. And I think this is a really universal theme for love and lovers, no matter which time period you are living in, because love can change quickly sometimes. So the fourth phrase is finally about female and female love. I swear we are getting there. I did so much research on the internet, and the reality is there are fewer phrases refer to female and female relationship compared to male and male relationship. I think this is partially because of patriarchy, because as you think of it, only those elite men had the privileges and excuses to have same sex lovers. But anyway, we got this really sweet phrase, and it's called mirror grinding. And I would say it's the most explicit and direct among all the phrases I'm talking about today. Excuse me. So grinding is actually really explicit because when you think about grinding, the action is kind of like trimming, as we say in English. Then why is there a mirror? It's kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know, but whoever coined the word decided that when the partners are doing trimming, because they have the same body structure, it's kind of like putting a mirror in between them. So that's why we got the phrase mirror grinding. The final phrase I'm going to talk about is called the Oath of Golden Orchid, and this refers to female and female love. This phrase actually originated in a non-sexual way. In ancient China, some women will pledge eternal friendship with their female friends, and they will make vows like, I would rather grow older with you than marrying some man I don't like. But over the time, the line between platonic and romantic love kind of blurred, and it evolved to become a way that people commonly use to refer to female and female same-sex relationship. Yeah, so that's the final phrase for today. So that's all the 5 phrases for today, and let's do a quick review. The passion of cutting sleeve, 断袖之癖. Second one, 龙阳之好, the love for 龙阳. The third one, the love of a shared peach, 风桃之爱. The fourth one, mirror grinding, 魔镜. And the final one, the fifth one, sorry I'm losing count, the oath of golden orchid. A lesson I kind of learned from doing research for this video is although queer community was invisible during the long history, all of these beautiful, beautiful phrases are testimonies of such existence, of such love. And I just really enjoyed reading all of the content related to that. And I hope you're enjoying this too. So if you like this video and want me to make more similar videos, just hit the subscribe button, leave a comment on which phrase is your favorite, and what kind of content you want to see next, and leave me a like, and I'll see you next time. See you next time.